All right, what's up, y'all? I'm gonna be teaching y'all how to use Navy. So the first thing that we're gonna talk about is we're gonna talk about production. So what I do is I put all of this in queue and let it all finish up because half of it's already mostly built. So like you can get rid of them if you want to, but early game you're not gonna have any naval XP. So I just throw it all in there and let it all produce, and then I hit F2 or if you don't have a keyboard that has the F2 button, you can hold function and then hit 2 or click that. But first thing we're gonna do is take all this and just put it all here. You know what? It's actually like insanely loud. I'm gonna there. You guys don't need to be hearing the sound effects anyways. So we're gonna throw it all into one fleet. And the way to do that is just click on the little icon, and then right click, and then hit OK. We don't care if it's going to disband anything. And then hit merge, and then just select a C zone, and send them all there. So the next thing we're going to talk about is research while all the fleets come back. So it does. So what I do is I stay up to date with all my destroyer tech. So all of this stuff I stay up to date with, and then like all of this I stay up to date with, and my submarine tech. So all this plus like the torpedoes, amazing. This helps. These are your destroyer like torpedo launchers, and this is just your overall submarine. You can see the bonuses right there, and then the these these are really good. I just recommend saving it because like 220 days for that. Yeah, not worth it. So I recommend exercising your fleet, and we'll go over that in a second to get a jump on these tech. And then another thing is that these are okay. Like I don't know if it's like actually worth it, like spending all this time researching computing tech. It's okay. I mean, if you're going up against like the AI, then it's pretty good because they're anti-air. And then you always want to get the best possible radar. So go down all these trees to get your radar. And then, so I'm going to take all this. And so this little indicator means the fleet is detached. So we'll wait for these last ships to get there. So we're going to talk about these buttons down here. So this is the naval exercise button. If you click that, you'll start getting naval experience, and you'll actually get a lot, especially if you're playing America. Oh my gosh, you'll get so much naval XP, and it'll be great. So I definitely recommend exercising your fleet. But when you exercise your fleet takes damage. So what you want to do is you want to put, you don't click this bad button, bad button. It'll throw ships. It'll mess it all up. And I said ships, not the other word. You're gonna want to click automatic split off, medium to high priority. Medium's fine, and then you want to have medium or high priority at engage risk. So this is like if your fleet spots another fleet, if they're bigger, then they'll go fight them. So keep it at like medium to high depending on how many ships you have. So as you can see, I'm already gaining so much naval experience just from exercising them. So this next button is patrol. Um, it's not very good. It just wastes your fuel. Don't recommend it. If you're like you'll ever only use your navy if you're um either naval invading or convoy raiding. Everything else it's pointless. And so the reason why you want to have a big navy is so you can just naval invade whoever you want to willy nilly. So this button right here is convoy raiding. You can split off all your submarines to um all subs. Boom. So these are all my subs. So usually what I do is I'll split them off to like deep oceans. So if you click on this, it'll say deep oceans, or if you just hover over it, it'll say deep oceans at the very top, right? And you're gonna want to have it don't set it to light or like shallow seas or whatever, because submarine bonuses. Look at that visibility plus 100%. You'll kill your subs, and I've lost bunches of like so many subs putting them in the channel and then just having them get blown to smithereens because it's a shallow sea, and the big thing about subs is diving. So deep oceans, keep them to deep oceans, and then just like have the sea zones connected, and as long as they're connected, just have them set to convoy rating and they'll do good. So you're gonna want to like always have your subs split off. Is a big thing. Always have them split off and have them convoy rating wherever your enemy's supply lines are. So a way to figure out supply lines is through the spy agency. I'm not going to go super in depth into that because we're mainly talking about Navy. But if you just put like a spy in Germany and then have it do the Navy and civilian, you'll eventually be able to see its trade routes, and then just put your submarines in the deep or like mid ocean. Like yeah, chance to hit naval mine. Like ocean is fine, just never in shallow seas. The shallow seas are bad. We don't like those. So, anyways, back to what we were talking about. So, for naval invasions, if you put it on naval invasion support, like let's say if I was naval invaded from San Francisco to like, say like, Australia or whatever, the fleet will stick with it and guard the transport boats, which is good because sometimes the subs will get it, and if subs find your naval transports without them being guarded, they will completely demolish your. It'll ruin your entire naval invasion, which sucks. So after that, what you can do is you can either set them all to convoy. It doesn't really matter. And then, so for your production, you wanna have about like 30 dockyards. And this, I'm just gonna cancel all of it just to give an example. So what I do is I put 10 on subs, 10 on destroyers, and I wouldn't use these. This is just as an example. I wouldn't use these two models, but 10 on subs, 10 on destroyers, and like and then always producing like about 2 battleships, I'd say. And so that's I think I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just glitched out the production menu. Okay, wait. Okay. Anyways, sorry about that. HOI4 glitch. But this is about what I do. I'll put the heavy ships at the top, then have the subs at the bottom, and then if you click this, so these are submarines. So and this is my submarine task force. I send that to there. So that means every time one of these finishes, it just sends it straight into the fleet, and you don't ever have to touch it again. Same with this. Put that in the battleship task force. Battleship task force and battleship task force, and then boom, you're done. You want to have about 30 dockyards, and obviously you can scale this up, scale this down. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. Do be notice that every battleship requires chromium, so but like not that much. So you'll be fine. So research, just recap. These are okay. If you have extra research slots, go ahead and get them. Usually what I do for ship design is submarines. I'll just slap the best possible stuff I can on there. This is fine. They're cheap. It doesn't matter. They're literally bathtubs. So that's what I do for submarines, and what I do for destroyers, I'll usually either leave up to the AI or I'll just do best light battery, anti-air, definitely sonar. You always have and then this is like either radar or the firing control. I recommend radar, sonar, and radar because you want your destroyers to be spotters, and I'll talk about that in a second. Just mainly want to fill out this bottom row, and if you had to keep them pretty cheap. And then this top row, I mean, if you want to add like extra anti-air, depending on like if you're getting like bombed a lot, or X, Y, and Z. I do recommend decent anti-air. And then the speed doesn't really matter. I mean, speed isn't like a big thing. So this is what I do for destroyers. You mainly just want to fill out this bottom row, and then the top row you can just mess around and there's not like a hard line to do with it. I'd never touch carriers. Carriers are annoying, and battleships. Again, I just fill out this bottom row. You always want to do like the best armor, and then maybe throw on like an extra turret, like and then like a secondary battery. You definitely want to have just the best secondary battery. Don't do a second. Don't do like the dual purpose or whatever, because it'll reduce your like light attack. You just want to have a normal, because you're gonna have anti-air anyways, and like the way to get better anti-air is through the this there it is. This is for your ships. This is tank tech. This is for your ship. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, keep your subs separated. Keep it all in one fleet, and as long as the C zones are connected, I mean, if you want to do something like this and have the C zones split off, then what you can do is you can split this fleet in half, and then assign these two fleets to these areas, and then they'll still operate like they're one fleet, but just split up, and you'll be fine. And again, this is a how like a very brief how-to guide, and I'm sure I missed something, and I'm sure I got something wrong. I mean, I have about like 750 hours on the game. 2,000, I don't know. I haven't checked in a while, but again, very brief guide. I'm sure I missed something. Go check out other videos. This is this is about it. Anyways, quick little announcement here. I did my first video I did on tanks or whatever. My mic was pretty bad because I couldn't figure out how to get my good mic working with the recording software. So I do apologize for that. I didn't realize how bad it was until I re-listened to it like after I uploaded it. But I couldn't figure out how to get my other mic connected. So I am using my other mic. It's the Razer Siren Mini. That's what I use for my setup. It's okay. I mean, it was cheap. It was like $40. 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend. And the software I use is OBS. So looking forward to uploading a little bit more. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, give me a like, subscribe. I'm trying to keep the comments on. I think they might have been turned off for the last video. I'm not 100% on that. I don't know why they were turned off. I don't know. I'm still figuring this all out. But yeah, thanks for watching.